Welcome to the Writer's Voice podcast special, The Panel, with our host, Linda McHenry, and our guests, Sarah Osborne, Richard J. Cass, and Joe Gannon.
Hi, everyone. I'm Linda McHenry, host of the Writer's Voice podcast, and today we have a panel of three wonderful mystery writers. Sarah Osborne writes cozy mysteries, specifically the Didi Brown series. Richard J. Cass writes a mystery series about Elder Darrow. It's a jazzy noirish series. And crime writer Joe Gannon writes all kinds of neat stuff about his experiences in South America when he was a journalist. So thank you, panel, for joining me. It's great to see you.
Good to be here.
Great to be here.
All right, so I think what people love is the fact that writers write all different kinds of stuff. And although the four of us write mysteries, we do it differently. So my first question to you folks is, what is your process when you write villains? Because of course, mysteries, someone has to die, someone has to be a murderer. So what is your take on that? I'm going to start with Dick. You go first. Tell me what you love about creating villains.
The interesting thing about creating a villain is making a villain that's a good enough character to match your hero or heroine.
Joe, what's your take on creating villains?
They have to have agency and a purpose. It can't just be a mindless desire to slaughter.
And Sarah, in your mysteries, there isn't slaughter. So you approach villains differently. So tell us how you would approach your creating your villains.
What I find sometimes is I choose a murderer, and then by the end of my first draft, which is the serial draft, I like that person too much. So I have to switch my murderer.
What do you find as the most difficult part of the process? You know, so if you're going to write a book from start to finish, what's the toughest part of that process for you? Joe, how about you? What do you find the toughest part?
When I'm doing research, I fall in love with all kinds of things, and I incorporate them all into the book during a quick kind of first draft. And then when that's done, I've got all of this beautiful stuff that just isn't moving the plot along. So that's the horrible part, is writing 300 pages and then going, all right, well, half of this stuff isn't even going to make it into the book. So let's go back.
You folks, all of you, we've all been writing a very long time. What is the thing you love most about being a writer? And Dick, how about you?
You know, I'm a pants. I fly by the seat of my pants, and the most fun for me is similar to what Sarah was saying. The first draft kind of thing. It's really just about getting some stuff down on paper that I can then work with, to the extent that you can let yourself not look at what it is you're trying to do critically.
And I think for me, the most exciting thing is when you're halfway or 3/4 of the way through the book and you're trying to figure out what happens and you realize, oh, wow, I already set the stage for that. It's already there. The seed is already there. And I just answered that right now because now I can tie that up. Most of us, I think we all agree that you need support to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody gets it from a writer's group. What are your takes on how important the support of and connection with other writers are? Sarah, I'm going to start with you.
I thought about my writing group. My writing group is extremely important to me. And I think getting the right writing group is kind of like getting married. So I've been in a lot of writing groups that just didn't work, and I stayed in them way too long. And I now have the most wonderful writing group, which means we're honest with each other, we're respectful, and it's tremendously helpful.
Okay, now I'm going to ask the last question. I know you all hate it. But this is for those of us who write really big and we need to condense down. Who is your favorite writer and why, in one sentence first?
That's fine, because I've thought about this. I have two. No, I have.
Well, Dick stole my line there, so I have to recalculate here for a moment.
Well, I have two favorite of all time authors that are children's authors.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. If I could be Ed McBain. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this panel. I really, really appreciate it. Joe Gannon, Richard J. Cass, and Sarah Osborne, thanks so much. Hope to have you back again.
Yeah, thank you, Linda.
Lots of fun.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Great chatting.